This video is presented by Western and Southern Financial Group, a game plan for your financial future. Every great team starts with a strong foundation, and your future should too. With life insurance built like a championship roster, Western and Southern helps protect what matters most so you can focus on winning today while planning for tomorrow. Whether you're just starting out your journey, building your dynasty, or ready to retire like a champion, Western and Southern has the right play for your life stage. Visit westernsouthern.com to get your free life insurance quote today. Western and Southern, built to win. Colts and the Seahawks, the next game we're talking about here for our Grace Release show. Seahawks win this game at the very end. Took them to the very end, though.
Dicey.
18-16 was the final score of this game. I don't think anybody thought that this was going to be this close. Certainly the fine folks in Las Vegas, Nevada didn't. They had this, 13.5? They had the Seahawks favored by 13.5.
They thought Phillip Rivers would go down without a fight, man.
Well,
Jeez.
Yeah. No, he wasn't going to go down without a fight. Top 5 graded players that we had for Seattle. Linebacker Drake Thomas in the 82.9. Offensive tackle Abraham Lucas in 82.8. Safety Kobe Bryant a 79.3. Offensive guard Anthony Bradford a 78.4. Safety Nicky Manwari a 77.2. And Sam Darnold in this game a 64.4 overall grade. Indianapolis side of things, safety Nick Cross. Thought he had a great game. I'll talk a little bit more about that in a second. He had an 81.2 overall grade. Offensive tackle Bernard Ryman with an 81.1. Edge rusher Samson Ebukam with a 77.6. Cornerback Kenny Moore II with a 73.1. Center Tanner Bordolini a 72.4. And then quarterback Phillip Rivers back after 5 years. 55.5 overall grade. Dalton Seth told the
He
story.
gave him a chance to win, didn't he? I mean, they had the lead with under a minute left.
He absolutely gave them a chance to win.
He sure did. But the biggest thing, and I mentioned this in the preview, and this is going to sound a lot like what I just mentioned for the Detroit Lions, if the Colts don't run the ball, it in all likelihood won't matter. And it got pretty close to not battering on the winning side, and Rivers just finding a way to carry them through it. But Colts only 97 rushing yards in this game on 30 carries, just one explosive run from Jonathan Taylor. 55.2 rushing grade, their third straight game with a rushing grade under 60, and only forced 4 missed tackles on the ground. Much like the Colts, they're kind of my AFC version of the Lions, no matter who their quarterback is. The Colts are now 1-6 when they rush for less than 100 yards. It's pretty much that simple. They have to be able to get behind this offensive line and control the pace of the game and run the football. Now, their defense was outstanding in this game. Phillip Rivers came in like the veteran that he is and managed things well and did give them a chance to win at the end. But the Colts are just going to have a hard time winning games, scoring points, if they don't run the football at an elite clip like they were the first half of the season. And right now, with Rivers and only completing 2 passes beyond 10 air yards the entire game, and those were the 2 drives that set up the touchdown and the go-ahead field goal in the last minute. But there's not enough vertical ability in this offense to be able to succeed and back people off. This offensive line, these tight ends, they have to play at an elite level up front. Jonathan Taylor's got to play at an elite level for this team to win. If they don't crack 100 rushing yards, and probably a lot more than that moving forward here, they're not going to win ball games.
This is pretty much what it is for the Indianapolis Colts. Because I thought that the first half, their defense was excellent.
Oh, yeah.
3 out of Seattle's first 5 drives were 3 and outs. 68.2 overall defensive grade for the Colts in the first half. They played really well. They had Sam Darnold rattled. Seattle was not able to move the ball. They even had Jackson Smith and Jigba dropping passes, which never happens. So they gave themselves a chance to win this football game on the defense side of things. And I think, to me, that's really what the stat that told the story is the Colts stepping up on defense. Because we talk about, all of the rushing attempts they gave Jonathan Taylor, Phillip Rivers being able to complete a couple of passes here and there to keep these drives going, to keep Seattle off the field, all that stuff. But it really was, in my opinion, the Colts defense that kept this game close for a really long time, put the Seattle offense behind the 8 ball before it was almost too late, but then obviously they come back and they get up on the scoreboard at the very last second in this game. But to me, how well Indianapolis' defense played, that's the stat that told the story. And I was impressed by Nick Cross as well. 81.2 overall defensive grade, which we talked about in the top 5s. 79.5 run defense grade, 75.0 coverage grade. I thought he was all over the place. He played excellent. He was a big part in why this game was so close.
Are we a little worried about this Seahawks offense? This has gotten to be this is a theme now. This has gotten to be a theme now in recent weeks where very, very slow starts on offense have kept teams in games.
Yeah.
The Atlanta game, the Minnesota game, they did not look very good on offense. Honestly, it was just that their defense overmatched the Vikings. Even the Tennessee game, it felt a few weeks ago, it felt like it just took them some time to get the engine running, and they need to find a way to get this run game going. The interior offensive line, to me, has not looked great lately. Kenneth Walker and Zach Charbonnet have just not been able to rip off explosive runs. And the first half of the year, it felt like this team would come out of after the opening whistle like gangbusters and then kind of, lay off a little bit as they were ahead. Mm-hmm. And now it feels like they've had to really step on the gas in the second half of these games. Remember, even the Falcon game last week was 6-6 at halftime.
Right.
And they find it, and it's great that they find it. But this was a game where they almost didn't find it.
Right.
And they were down in the last minute of this game to Phillip Rivers on 3 days of practice.
Right. Not good.
This week, going home and playing the Rams, possibly without Devontae Adams, this feels like it's going to be a litmus test, probably for both sides of the ball, but especially for the offensive side, because they have not gotten off to great starts in these games lately. And I'm a little worried about that, where sometimes you get teams that get off to slow starts, and then you get a game or two where it just sticks for the whole four quarters. You don't want that going into your biggest game of the season, a game that could really decide possibly this NFC West race this Thursday.
Thursday night football.
Night football, Rams at Seattle.
Jeez.
And I mean, I don't remember the last time these two teams played a game this big. But, I mean, obviously a few weeks ago, a month and a half ago they did. But, I mean, this is like possibly for the division. But Seattle needs to get off to better starts in the first half of these games here.
We got a couple of really good games next week. Thursday night football is lit. Sunday night football is – wait, no. Saturday night football.
Well, that's Packers-Bears, isn't it?
It's Packers-Bears.
Sunday night's Patriots-Ravens, I think. That'll be a fun one.
It is Patriots-Ravens. We've got – Bucks versus Panthers. 1 o'clock.
First place Buccaneers.
First place.
Somehow, some way.
That's for first place to the division. I can't wait for both of these teams to tie 13-13. And then the 4 o'clock window, we got the Jags and the Broncos. Ooh.
What happens if the Bucks and Panthers both? What if they tie in both of those games? Wouldn't that be fitting?
Then it would go to division record, right?
I think the Bucks win that right now.
Do they win that?
I think they're in first right now because of the division record, because the Panthers.
Let's see.
The Panthers getting swept by the Saints.
Panthers are 2-2 in the division, and the Bucks are also 2-2 in the division.
Oh, then it goes to.
What's the next one?
Is it common opponents or is it conference record? That's one.
I think it would be conference record, because the Bucks are 5-5 in the NFC. No, because the Panthers are 5-4. So what's the next tiebreaker? Why do the Bucks currently have the tiebreaker over the Panthers?
I'll find it. We'll find it here. Let's see.
Maybe it's record versus teams indoors, because the Panthers are 0-2.
Yeah, but that's.
I know that's not going to be.
Out there,
going to be it.
You can't go to a.
The Bucks are 3-1 indoors, brother.
Well, maybe they should build a dome down there in Tampa. It's too darn hot down there, especially early in the season.
No,
anyway,
they're never going to do that.
No, of course they're not.
What is it?
Let's see. I'm going to find it right now. We're gonna find it right now before we move on to the Brock Purdy show there. Let's see. The Buccaneers, it is common games.
Oh, okay.
So it's got to be.
I don't have common opponents
Well,
here.
it's basically the fact that the Bucks are. The Bucks are 1-1 against the Saints, and the Panthers are 0-2. That's a big factor.
But then the Bucks lost to.
They lost to the Falcons. There's something else in there.
It's the Rams. The Rams game.
The Rams.
Because the Bucks got blown out by the Rams.
Yeah, but the Bucks are in first place. They're winning the tiebreaker right now. We'd have to dig through and find it, but it's right now. Its best win percentage in common games goes to the Bucks. Your first place, Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
I think the NFL's got it wrong. That's right. I said it.
Everyone's got takes. Numbers have truth. And the truth is, most people are betting with emotion. Sportsbooks feed on it. TikTok gurus sell it. The hype machine runs on it. That's how you lose. PFF is different. You're betting with winning data. The same data trusted by all 32 NFL teams and the sharpest minds in the game. PFF betting tools take every prop, every matchup, every angle, and run them through our custom models. Built on the best football data in the world. What comes back is your edge. Simple, sharp, and built to win. Want to go deeper? PFF puts a pro-level analytics department in your hands, giving you the same insights teams use to find every advantage. Build your game plan with matchup analysis. Project every snap, every matchup, and every edge before kickoff, because the smartest plays start long before Sunday. Hit rates show how a player performs against their prop and against defenses built the same way. It's the data that gives you real confidence in every pick. Next, Key Insights translates PFF data into the story behind every matchup, giving you the why that powers your bets. From coverage schemes to defensive looks, it's the context that turns raw numbers into winning decisions. When you're ready to take action, filter through every prop on the market and focus on the opportunities that matter, by game, matchup, or value. Then, shop for the best available line in your area and tap your book of choice to place the bet instantly. Everyone's got takes, but now you've got truth. Bet with data, win with PFF.